LME, all grain. Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Beaver and today we are discussing whether LME gives you the same result as a single malt all grain whiskey. Now I would like to thank today's sponsor of this video, which is Still Tec. Now Still Tec graciously sent all the ingredients needed to make this video possible. So thank you, Still Tec. I'll put a link down in the description to both the LME as well as the base malt that we used for this experiment down in the description. So click those links and get your hands on these ingredients if you want to try this at home. Now the basis of this experiment is basically to take LME and ferment it, distill it, as well as to create a single malt, all malt whiskey, ferment it and then distill it. So what we started off doing is we took 5 kilograms or 5 liters of LME. Now if you don't know what LME is liquid malt extract. It is a product that is created by doing a full mash like you would normally do. Your liquid water that's left over is boiled down up until there is only a syrup left. So you have all the benefits of doing an all grain wash with all the maltose sugars in there, but at the end of the day it comes in a liquid form and you do not have to do the whole mash in and all the other steps required to create an all grain mash or a all grain whiskey. After we added 5 liters of the LME into a bucket, we tipped in some hot water, we dissolved it all up, and then we topped up with hot and cold water up until we got to strike temperature, where we pitched the yeast. Now the yeast we used was a packet of yeast and nutrient combined sent to me by Still Tec. Not sure what strain of yeast is in there. I would assume it's probably like a daddy yeast, because during the fermentation there was no funky smells or flavors that came off of it like you would get from a different strain of yeast where you get funky flavors like banana or apple or something like that. This just fermented out to a nice and clear whiskey or a nice and clear distiller's beer smell. Now for the all grain single malt whiskey, we started off by milling our grain to a nice fine consistency. The reason why I went so fine with the grain is to ensure that I have a high efficiency during the mashing period. Now we got our strike water up to temperature. We added 7 kilograms of milled grain into the basket, kept stirring it to avoid any dough balls, left it to mash for a full 90 minutes. We used the step mash method where we increased the temperature from 60 degrees all the way up to 70 degrees in 5-degree increments at 20-minute intervals. We then sparged out to volume of 20 liters and we left it to cool down overnight in the bucket. The next morning we went and we pitched our yeast. We pitched exactly the same yeast packet that we got from Still Tec that we used from the LME, so it contains all your nutrients and your yeast within one packet. We dumped those into the buckets and left it to ferment. The all grain wash fermented out within 2 days. Unfortunately, the LME got stuck. Now I tried all the techniques that I've learned over the years to get the LME to start fermenting again, but unfortunately I couldn't get it to ferment. At the end of the day, I decided to ask you guys help, and I put a vote on the member page of the channel where you guys voted what I should do with that LME, whether run it as it is or bring up the volume so it's diluted and see if the yeast kicks off again. We ended up adding more nutrient in and doubling the volume, ending up with 40 liters of wash in the bucket. The starting gravity of that wash was a 1.040. After a couple of days in the bucket, the gravity did drop by 1 more point up to a 1.030, and then was left there for 2 weeks where the gravity didn't change at all. So on the LME, couldn't get it to ferment out whatsoever. Even doubling the volume still couldn't get that yeast to chew through all of the available sugars. So I would assume similar to a molasses or a rum run or a rum wash, where you have some unfermentable sugars within the wash, exactly the same happened to the LME, because it was boiled down and a concentrated version of a distiller's beer. There should be, or there must be, some sugars or some unfermentable sugars in the wash. So yeah, couldn't get it to ferment out. I left it then to stand for another 2 weeks. During that period, we did get a beautiful lactobacillus infection, or a lactoinfection, as you see in the video on top now, as we were decanting it into the still. Hopefully that will give us some good flavors. For the LME, because we had 40 liters, we did a 1.5 run. This means we did a stripping run, and the remainder of the liquid left inside of the fermenter we added to the low wines, and we then did a spirit run. And after all that talking, let's get to the part that you guys want to see. In this bottle here, we have a full LME whiskey. In this bottle here, we have the single malt, single grain whiskey. This is all malted barley, so there was no unmalted barley or anything in the recipe. Let's see if there's any difference and whether LME will make for a good whiskey. So let's start off with the familiar one of the two, and this is a single malt. For those that are interested, both of these were distilled off the still at 75% ABV and then proofed down to 50%. So we are sitting with 50% ABV whiskey in the glass. So an initial smell, it's sweet, not very complex, so there's not a lot of different flavors going on. You do get that nice malty richness, exactly what you expect from a single malt, single grain whiskey. Sweet and biscuity. Yeah, on the taste, pretty similar. It starts off with your sweet flavors, transitions into your nice malty character, and then it ends with a little bit of honey. Now for the one that I wasn't really sure about, and this is the LME. So while distilling the LME, the first smells that came off of the still was a deep, rich pineapple smell, but that quickly transitioned out and we ended up with just a standard whiskey bready smell while distilling. So straight on the nose, it doesn't even have half the complexity than the single malt here. Smells more wet grain, like a bag of wet grain, almost freshly cut grass type of smell, but a lot less sweetness and pretty one-dimensional on the nose. Pretty much exactly the same on the taste as it is on the nose. It's very grassy, very one-dimensional. It has a slight little bit of sweetness, but the moment it hits your tongue, it has a one flavor and it carries all the way through. That's that wet grain, grassy kind of smell and taste. And now it's ending in, yeah, almost like when you take a piece of grass, that little white point, and you put that into your mouth. It has that kind of sweetness, but it tastes kind of green and it tastes kind of flat. So does LME make for a good whiskey? In my opinion, no. I will not be doing it again. Will I add LME to a single malt whiskey or to a grain whiskey to bump those gravity points so I don't have to add sugar? Yes, absolutely. That is a pretty cool way to bump your gravity points without adding sugar into a whiskey. But on its own, with the difficulty to get it to ferment, yeah, I don't think it makes a good whiskey. Now, if you stuck around this far, thank you very much for watching. Once again, I would just like to thank today's sponsor, which is Still Tec. Thank you very much, guys, for sending the ingredients that we needed to do this recipe. If If you guys would like to get your hands on some of these ingredients, please check the link down below. I'll put a link to both the LME as well as the malt. I can definitely tell you the malt makes a lot better whiskey than the LME. So yeah, definitely get your hands on some malt. Thank you very much for watching and have a lacquer day.